I transmigrated into a mountain guardian spirit beast, just slacking off and waiting to die. I just wanted to lie flat and retire, but boom, I awakened the more children, more blessings system. If my wives have babies, I get stronger. And the rewards for my direct offspring are off the charts. To get stronger, I ordered the entire sect to play wingman and find me some wives. And so, my crazy journey of taking concubines began. This is the 100 Nations cultivation world, the Ming Nation. At the River Mountain sect, up on the central peak where the spiritual energy is thickest, I, a massive white tiger over 3 meters long, was curled up on the ground, dozing off. The middle-aged dude in the green robe in front of me was still blabbering on and on. Just as I was about to fall asleep listening to him, a heavenly voice suddenly rang out in my head. Ding, the more children, more blessings system has been successfully bound. I snapped my eyes wide open. As a transmigrator, I thought my whole life would just be about freeloading at the River Mountain sect. Just an idle guardian spirit beast enjoying early retirement. But damn, my cheat code was late, but it finally showed up. Wait, I can get stronger just by having babies? Every single offspring I have gives me a boost in demonic power. And the first generation returns 100% of their cultivation progress to me? Sure, the returns drop off with later generations, but there are still milestone rewards of rare heavenly treasures. Holy crap, is there really such a perfect system in this world? My tiger body trembled with excitement. I was so ready to just go with the flow and fulfill this system's mission. But then I looked down at my gorgeous striped tiger fur. My face instantly contorted. Hold on a second, I'm a freaking tiger demon right now. Even though I've got the soul of a human, I'm not some crazy degenerate. I seriously can't get turned on by a female tiger. But if I go after a human woman, won't those self-righteous cultivators just chop off my tiger junk and soak it in wine? This is just too freaking depressing, man. Ancestor White, we recently discovered a spirit stone mine in the mountains. It's perfect for aiding your cultivation, but those bastards from the Green Sun sect actually want to fight us for it. They aren't giving you any face at all, Ancestor. HMPH, you sneaky old geezer, trying to trick me into fighting for you again. I shot a cold glare at this guy, who didn't look like a proper sect leader at all. The cultivation world is full of cutthroat scheming and backstabbing. I'm just a peak tier 1 tiger demon, which only equals a top level chi refinement cultivator. What right do I have to go acting reckless? To keep myself alive, I gave him a hard pass. I'll let you use my name to bluff them, and you can take those 2 level 5 chi refinement ghosts to do your bidding. But I'm staying right here. You got it, hold on, I want 50% of those spirit stones. Ancestor. We have thousands of mouths to feed in the sect, and setting up the mine costs spirit stones too. The whole damn sect, even if you count the rats, doesn't even add up to 200 people. Who the hell are you trying to fool? Fine. Also, there's one more thing. Little Shanhee, you need to find me some wives. Wives? But it's not even spring yet. How are you already in heat? Wait a minute, you haven't been in heat for decades. Did you just hit puberty, Ancestor? Sensing that this old geezer was definitely thinking about something inappropriate, my eyes turned ice cold, and a deadly aura roared from my jaws. I decided to turn up the heat on him. Listen up, no spirit beasts. She has to be as gorgeous as a human girl, but she can't actually be human. She needs to be an absolute stunner, and completely untouched. If she doesn't meet the mark, my phantom spirits will go help the Qingyang sect instead. What the? No spirit beasts, has to look human, but can't be human? These demands are absolutely ridiculous. He's basically forcing me to betray the sect. I'm leaving this to you. I don't care how you do it, I just want results. Watching Yu Shenhe trudge away under a mountain of pressure, I felt completely satisfied. 1 month later, a figure excitedly barged into Lingyuan Peak. White Ancestor, wonderful news, mission accomplished, we've secured the Spirit Stone Mine. This is a little tribute just for you. Yu Shenhe threw that heavy, bulging sack off his back and onto the ground. I didn't even spare a glance at the massive sack he was showing off so proudly. I cut straight to the chase. Where are my phantom spirits? We made full use of them. Give it to me straight. They're dead. Dead. You did a phenomenal job. This tricky old bastard. If I hadn't watched you grow up with my own eyes, I would have slapped you into next week. I was just about to lose my temper, when I suddenly noticed the old guy's face was entirely black and blue. There were even a few bloody scratch marks. What the heck happened to your face? White Ancestor, this was all for the sake of your lifelong happiness. I mobilized the entire sect to find you a bride, but my own wife thought I was looking for mistresses, and she beat the living daylights out of me. That girl's always had a fiery temper. When she was little, she even tried to grab my precious tiger jewels. I had to turn into a phantom spirit right then and there just to scare her to tears. You've suffered enough. So, did you actually find what I asked for? The moment he heard those words, Yu Shenhe instantly held back his tears. His expression turned deadly serious, even flashing a hint of pride. I did not fail you. I scoured the 3 rivers and 5 seas, every hidden path and tiny village, and spent an absolute fortune. And finally, I have found a breathtaking beauty for you, White Ancestor. Men, bring the White Ancestor's new bride inside. The moment his words faded, 3 figures walked up the narrow path, with 2 disciples guarding her on both sides. I completely held my breath, and stared straight at the figure in the middle. Oh, hell yes, is this really my beautiful bride-to-be? I took a few eager steps forward, my thick tiger tail swishing happily through the air. The young girl standing right in front of me had a pair of adorable little cat ears, and she was looking up at me so timidly. She let out a tiny whimper, and her little white tail instantly tucked behind her back in pure fear. I nodded in deep satisfaction. This old bastard Yu Shenhe actually pulled it off. If I'm not mistaken, she's a girl from the half-demon tribe, and by half-demon, I mean a beautiful mix between humans and spirit beasts. In this world, because of their stunning looks, half-demons are constantly kidnapped by humans. Wait a second, doesn't that make me the evil villain right now? Thinking about this, my face turned red. I quickly shook off those messy thoughts and decided to get down to business first. What is your name? Hehe, Ancestor Bai is tempted. Cats and tigers are close relatives. The answer this old man submitted this time is simply perfect. That old guy, Yu Shenhe, was standing to the side, stroking his little mustache with a dirty smirk on his face. Then, knowing his place, he quietly backed away with his disciples, leaving the space to just me and this cat-eared girl. Everyone is gone, why aren't you saying anything? The young girl's ears twitched slightly. Her face went pale, then red. She was clearly scared silly by my mighty tiger aura. Meow, am I going to be eaten? Am I really that hungry? Seeing her so terrified, I decided to just keep my mouth shut. I went back to my exclusive sunbathing spot, lay down, and took a nap. I don't know how long passed, but seeing that I wasn't moving, the cat-eared girl finally mustered up the courage to open her eyes. I waved my paw, gesturing for her to come over, and asked for her name again. People who know me all call me Meow Meow. After asking a few more questions, I finally got the picture. She is 17 years old this year, and fell behind during her tribe's migration. She almost starved to death, but ended up being tricked and brought back by Yu Shenhe, who was just whistling and strolling around there. Even though her past is tragic, sticking with me is still better than wandering out there on the streets. Even though I am a tiger right now, my soul is still 100% human. Once I take human form in the future, hehe. But for now, Meow Meow sounds like a pet cat's name. You don't even have a last name. From now on, you'll take my last name. Let's call you Bai Meow Meow. Meow, Bai Meow Meow. Watching her lower her head shyly, her tail gently swaying back and forth, I felt a rush of satisfaction. I gave her half a day to get used to things, then called Yu Shenhe inside. I told him to have people decorate the cave dwelling a bit, to make it look a little more festive, and to buy some human daily necessities. Tisk, Ancestor Bai sure knows a lot. Little 9, we even need to set up a little wedding. Little 9 Theater, from now on, send someone to deliver fresh ingredients and recipes every day. Also, Little 9 Theater, bring over a copy of the Heshan sect's best cultivation technique. Little 9 Theater, from now on, my wife is a member of the Heshan sect. Little 9 Theater. Little 9 Theater, Ancestor Bai, it's just that this cultivation technique needs to have a restriction placed on it so it can't be taught to outsiders. After all, our Heshan sect is an ancient, legendary sect. Ancient legendary sect, my foot. Immediately gave him a hard flick on the forehead. The strongest in the whole sect is just me, a tiger at peak chi refining. I only ended up here because I believed your nonsense back then. Even though our sect's true law of mountains and rivers is a watered-down version, it is still technically a part of the classic of mountains and seas. After kicking out that poor, pathetic sect master who was lamenting his fate, by dusk, the cave dwelling had been completely redecorated. Bai Meow Meow and I sat side by side on my big, soft cushion. This was also my first time getting married in this lifetime, so I was actually feeling a bit thrilled. From today onward, you are my beloved wife. If you have anything on your mind, don't hold it in. Treat this place like your own home. Besides me, no one in the Heshan sect will ever dare to bully you. The afterglow of the setting sun spilled across her blushing little face. She gave a gentle nod. Take off your clothes, let's go to sleep. 1 month later. Hubby, open your mouth. Inside the cave dwelling of Spirit Origin Peak, Bai Meow, dressed in a green Taoist robe, was wagging her little tail. She fed a piece of freshly cooked meat right into my mouth. Delicious, your cooking has really improved. After dinner, I read a book just like usual, while Bai Meow lay obediently by my side. She used her little paws to help me turn the pages. This incredibly cozy scene was seen right by Yu Shanhe, who had just arrived at the cave entrance. Ah, the bleak autumn wind. Why is my life such a massive failure? Just look at the white ancestor's life, and then think about that roaring tigress I have back home. Is this the sheer difference in household status? Little Shanhe, you're here? It's nothing major. My wife is pregnant. Go find a few careful and attentive women to come look after her. Yu Shanhe thought to himself, a tiger and a cat, she actually got pregnant? What exactly is going to come out? A kitten? A tiger cub? Well, it'll be a little white ancestor either way, that's for sure. Please rest assured, white ancestor. I will definitely find the most attentive, most caring, and most gentle female disciples in the entire sect to take care of the madam. Looking at Yu Shanhe's thoroughly shocked and jealous expression, I couldn't help but feel a surge of smug pride. This is the very first step to having a big family and endless blessings. You also need to hurry up and find a second wife for me. I stood up, leaving Bai Meow inside the cave, as Yu Shanhe and I walked side by side along the path of Spirit Origin Peak. I turned my head, staring at him with my ice blue, amber-like tiger eyes. Yu Shanhe screamed internally, what the hell do you mean, a second wife? You've only been married for 1 month. With you wandering off like this, does your wife really not beat you up? Yu Shanhe's mouth twitched violently. His mind was probably still replaying the sweet, loving scene between Meow and me. He took a deep breath, deciding to focus on reality. White Ancestor, our tiny sect has very limited manpower and resources. When it comes to the spirit stones, I'm afraid. Take 20% of the spirit stone mine as your funding. I turned my head away with a blank expression, gazing at the swirling mist between the mountain peaks. I knew this guy's true colors way too well. If I didn't give him a little sweet taste of the profits, he absolutely would not bust his back working for me. Besides, my tier 1 top grade spirit vein is more than enough for me right now. As a demon beast, all my cultivation comes from just sleeping anyway. Those spirit stones piled up in my cave are just collecting dust. Since you've given the word, White Ancestor, I will give it my absolute all. I will mobilize the entire sect's power to repay your incredible generosity. 20%, we won't have to stress about paying out salaries for the next 2 years. Being the sect master is just too damn hard. I'm exhausting myself every single day, and when I go home at night, I still get bullied by that absolute tigress. My legs feel like jelly just walking around. Little Shanhe, go buy yourself some spirit herbs to nourish your blood and restore your energy. You can't let your cultivation fall too far behind. He actually saw right through me? I've got to find an excuse not to go home tonight. Watching Yu Shanhe stumble away like a trembling autumn leaf, I chuckled to myself. When I got back to my cave, I found Bai Meow sitting cross-legged in cultivation. My dearest husband, I successfully gathered chi into my body. Her bright brown eyes were shining like pearls, with a deep, unmistakable look of adoration. Now that I've stepped onto the path of cultivation, the spiritual energy will nourish my body, which will be so good for our little baby too. Just don't overwork yourself, I told her. If you feel tired, just stop. Meow, a peaceful and quiet life like this is pure bliss. I never even dreamed it was possible. Thank you, my sweet husband. Her voice was incredibly soft, like a gentle spring breeze. I couldn't help but sigh to myself. Peaceful and quiet? In this cultivation world, there's no such thing as true peace. A tiny boat like the Heshan sect could capsize at any given moment. The 3 kingdoms might look stable on the surface right now, but if an all-out war actually breaks out, I'll have no choice but to grab my wife and make a run for it. Looking at Bai Meow gently rubbing her belly, a strong surge of confidence welled up inside me again. 1 cub gives me a whole year's worth of demonic power. If we just have a few more, I should be able to break through to the 2nd tier. Once I have real power, then we can truly live in peace. Not having any fields to plow is definitely an issue, she murmured. I've made you suffer lately, my dear husband. 10 months later, Bai Meow's belly had grown massive. She was about to go into labor at any second. Even though I've lived 2 entire lifetimes, this was my very first time being a dad. My experience level was absolute 0. I was a nervous wreck. Thank God there were 3 female disciples taking care of her around the clock, which gave me at least a little peace of mind. Ancestor White, I was just enjoying the perfectly full demonic power within me when I saw that guy, Yu Shanhe, strolling over with a beaming smile. That old geezer's been having a stroke of good luck lately. Not only did he break through to the 8th level of chi condensation, but he also recruited a disciple with a top-grade fire spiritual root. Spit it out if you've got something to say, or get the hell out of here if you don't. Shaoju Theater. The female disciples are still here. Ancestor White, please maintain some of your dignified demeanor. Theater, Shaoju. That last part was the real reason you're here, wasn't it? Qingyang sect has been acting really weird lately. I suspect they're plotting some kind of conspiracy. I already told you, unless someone actually attacks the mountain, I am not going down there to pick a fight. I turned him down completely flat. For one, I was afraid of walking right into a trap. And second, I had to make him understand that playing it safe and laying low is the absolute #1 rule of survival. Of course, the most important reason of all is, there are just too many bad guys out there. And my magnificent tiger skin is way too valuable. I knew exactly what he was thinking. The previous sect master, Lingyun, who also happened to be his adoptive father, was brutally murdered by the Qingyang sect. That's a blood grudge that Yu Shanhe has held onto for his entire life. Oh, right, there's one more thing. The 9 Stars Market is hosting an auction. Rumor has it that they'll be auctioning off half-demon women. Hearing that, my ears perked right up. The sect needs to boost its overall strength as well. We're hoping Ancestor White can offer us a bit more support. Oh, you clever bastard, you hit me right in my weak spot. An auction? Half-demon women? Looks like my harem is about to get an expansion. At the 9 Stars Market, the crowds were deafening. A dignified middle-aged man dressed in a green robe walked into the auction house with 2 elders following closely behind. Sect Master, are we really going to use this auction to buy a wife for Ancestor White? Ah, Chen Cho, the sect desperately needs Ancestor White's support, and Ancestor White is more than happy to provide us with that support. We absolutely cannot betray Ancestor White's trust in us. The main thing is, that tiger is just way too hard to please. If I don't find him a wife, he'll skin me alive. Besides, Lord White has the bloodline of the Platinum Fierce Tiger. Advancing to the 2nd tier is a sure thing, and rumor has it, there's a beast-taming inheritance this time around. It'll be perfect to use on Lord White's offspring. This is a brilliant move that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. The 2 elders nodded in agreement. The auction soon began. A white-haired elder took the stage to host. After a few rounds of bidding, the atmosphere gradually heated up. The 7th auction item, a half-demon, a slave from the Ice Wolf tribe. With a loud shout, the figure of a young girl was pushed onto the stage. She had a pair of wild, ice-blue eyes. A pair of fluffy wolf ears stood up among her long hair. Bearing her prominent little fangs, she let out a low growl at the audience below. Her fair face revealed a look of stubbornness and ferocity. Not only does this girl have decent combat talent, but her pure magical energy can also calm inner demons. She is a rare and precious aid for cultivation. Do not miss this chance. Hearing this, the eyes of the cultivators in the audience completely change. Seeing this, Yu Shanhe quickly shot a look at the 3rd elder, Wang Laoliu. Laoliu, you don't show your face much around here, so you make the bid. Don't let those bastards from the Qingyang sect maliciously drive up the price. 50 spirit stones. That single shout instantly crushed the lustful thoughts of many in the crowd. 50 spirit stones. Do you know how many times you could go listen to music at the Fragrant Illusion Pavilion with that? Although a few tried to match the bid, under Yu Shanhe's instructions, Wang Laoliu chased the price fiercely. 105 spirit stones. In the end, the Ice Wolf girl was delivered to the private room of the Heshan sect. Though she wore a control bracelet, her gaze was still incredibly fierce, glaring dead at Yu Shanhe. That look in her eyes. Why does it look exactly like Lord White when he gets angry? It's fine, it's fine. Let's just take our second madam back home first. It won't be too late to apologize once Lord White tames her. Chen Cho. Take her away. The auction continued, and soon reached the grand finale. A complete set of Tier 1 high-grade battle armor. The Crimson Snake armor. Starting bid is 100 spirit stones. 400 spirit stones. My Qingyang sect is determined to get this Crimson Snake armor. Sect leader, it's that old monster from Qingyang. We absolutely cannot let the Crimson Snake armor fall into their hands. Relax, we have way more money than they do. That old fox Yu Shanhe holds 80% of the profits from the Spirit Stone mine. With the ancestor backing us up, we've got plenty of confidence. You broke loser, do you even deserve this? The whole crowd went wild. That old freak Qingyang completely lost his mind, spewing out a string of unmentionable curses. Yu Shenhe, I am not done with you. Throwing a tantrum like that, how embarrassing. An old fossil with one foot in the grave, tisk tisk tisk. Thanks to Yu Shenhe's little disruption, the Crimson Snake armor was finally won by a third party for the high price of 1,500 spirit stones. The old auctioneer's words sent shockwaves through the crowd. A tier 2 beast taming inheritance. Oh my god, this is exactly the kind of treasure that can become a family's ultimate foundation. Hey, coming here was definitely worth it. Little 9 Theater. However, this inheritance has one glaring flaw. It only contains the skills and experience for raising tiger-type demonic beasts. Upon hearing this, the elders of the Heshan sect immediately burst out laughing. This is practically tailor-made for our Heshan sect. However, before they could even finish their laugh, the voice of the Qingyang sect master, Ku Jianfeng, rang out. I bid 1,000 spirit stones. He was obviously doing it just to spite the Heshan sect. Damn it, I forgot this old geezer was here. No matter. 1,500 spirit stones. My Qingyang sect bids 2,000 spirit stones. 2,500 spirit stones. 3,000 spirit stones. This old bastard is actually serious. We're getting this inheritance to boost our power, not to bleed ourselves dry. If Ku Jianfeng wants to play the fool, then let him. After all, bleeding our enemy's resources is basically the same as boosting our own strength, isn't it? Meanwhile, Ku Jianfeng was still waiting for Yu Shenhe to raise the bid. But after waiting forever, there was pure silence. Damn it, I've been played. Yu Shenhe quietly slipped away with his spoils of war. He was in a fantastic mood. Meanwhile, Ku Jianfeng stood there holding the ridiculously overpriced beast taming inheritance. His face was so dark and furious, it looked like a brewing storm. Suddenly, a voice transmission talisman flew right into his hand. He went completely silent for a moment, and then suddenly burst into maniacal laughter. Heshan sect, even the heavens want you dead. Up on Lingyuan Peak, I was just basking in the sun, bored out of my mind, when Yu Shenhe's highly punchable smiling face showed up again. White ancestor, I have not failed you, the second madam has been found. There's just one tiny little problem. That requires the white ancestor to handle personally. Oh? Soon enough. A wolf-eared girl with long icy blue hair was brought up. Grr, she bared her fangs at me. That fiercely adorable look of hers is absolutely perfect for me. Oh woo. That tiger's roar exploded just like a crack of thunder. The overwhelming aura of the king of the forest erupted in a flash. It completely terrified the little wolf girl, freezing her stiff. What is your name? Her tiny little tail tried to tuck itself behind her. Seeing those fluffy, wolf-leg boots of hers, my heart totally fluttered for a second. Fei Shui, that's a really pretty name. Take that thing off her neck. With a sharp snap, the collar broke right off. Fei Shui was totally dumbfounded. Her little brain just couldn't wrap around it. Why on earth would humans take orders from a tiger? You're following me from now on. Before she could even process that, a massive explosion suddenly echoed from the distance. Clang. Clang, clang. The sect's alarm bells were ringing like crazy. Enemy attack. It's a Foundation establishment cultivator. Foundation establishment? Since when did the Heshan sect piss off such a terrifying enemy? I'm going to take control of the Grand Array. If things get desperate, please step in to save us, Patriarch Bai. Yu Shenhe dashed down the mountain at lightning speed. I glanced back toward the cave. My first wife is still up there. I absolutely cannot mess this up. Come with me. I grabbed Fei Shui and charged straight down the mountain. Down below, the mountain protecting array was churning with thick, rolling clouds. Suddenly, a young, razor-sharp voice pierced right through the barrier. Yu Shenhe, you slaughtered my blood brother. Today, I, Li Jiyu, will wipe your miserable Heshan sect off the face of the earth. That exact moment, a glowing passage began forming right above the array. A tier 2 barrier-breaking talisman. Elders and disciples, follow me. Focus all your fire on the Qingyang sect's Foundation establishment cultivator. Patriarch Bai is with us. Don't panic, everyone. Even though everyone was still shaking in their boots, Just hearing my name managed to steady their morale a bit. An all-out war was about to pop off. The passage is open. That old ghost from Qingyang, Ku Jianfeng, closely followed the Foundation establishment cultivator, Li Jiyu, rushing right into the breach. Who could have guessed that a Foundation establishment disciple would suddenly return? Heshan sect, today is the day you all die. The Heshan sect defenders unleashed a barrage of spells, but Li Jiyu swatted them away like flies. Pathetic little tricks. Yu Shenhe ordered the elders to hold the line with the disciples using the mountain's terrain, then he rushed forward to face Li Jiyu. He immediately triggered the array, trapping Li Jiyu inside a sea of thick smoke. Li Jiyu just let out a cold sneer and gathered his magic. Gale Wind Spell. A burst of golden light erupted from my body, blocking his attack. What a powerful tiger demon. Your tiger bones will make the perfect crafting materials. I let out a furious roar, and launched myself at him, clashing violently with Li Jiyu in a fierce brawl. Yu Shenhe backed me up from the side. For a moment, it was a total deadlock. Seeing that he couldn't break through, Li Jiyu furiously roared. I'll avenge my brother first. He whipped out 2 swiftness talismans, heading straight for Yu Shenhe. Right at this critical moment, ding, first offspring detected, rewarded with 100 years of demonic power. The demonic power inside me instantly surged, completely shattering that bottleneck. Perfect timing. I let out a roar, slamming my right paw into Li Jiyu as he dashed past. Blood and flesh scattered everywhere. A severed arm, still gripping a green sword, was sent flying. Wait, mid-tier 2? He clutched his bleeding stump and scrambled to his feet. But before he could even react, a massive, bloody maw crashed down from above. Tier 2 innate ability, Cloud Devourer. My Grand Dao, darkness fell, and Li Jiyu was instantly swallowed into my belly. My Grand Dao. The entire battlefield fell dead silent. Everyone was absolutely dumbfounded. White Ancestor, my wife just gave birth. I'm leaving the rest of these rookies to you. I quickly wiped out a few of their leaders, and I sprinted toward Spirit Origin Peak without looking back, leaving behind an absolute mess and a very confused Yu Shenhe. Kill them all. The Azure Sun sect disciples instantly crumbled. Trapped inside the array, they had nowhere to run. Half an hour later, the battle was over. When did the White Ancestor break through to Tier 2? Probably a long time ago. To instantly kill a Foundation Establishment Level 2 cultivator. The White Ancestor's true strength is absolutely unfathomable. He must have hidden his power to keep us from acting too recklessly. He's been watching our backs all along. Wow, if I had known he had Foundation Establishment power, we might have attracted a core formation expert. So that's how it is. This is the true struggle for the Grand Dao. The more Yu Shenhe thought about it, the more enlightened he felt. He eagerly hurried after me, bringing flying snow along. Inside the cave dwelling on Spirit Origin Peak, I walked in quietly, looking at Bai Meow resting on the large bed. In her arms, she held a little white tiger cub whose eyes hadn't even opened yet. She looked so weak, yet so incredibly happy. Tiger form, huh? Thank goodness for that. Get some good rest now, honey. I'll have someone come in and take care of you. Meow will listen to whatever my dear husband says. Looking at her pale, beautiful face, I made a silent promise. Once I'm no longer stuck as a tiger, I will definitely make it up to her. White Ancestor, here are the spoils of war. I took the storage bag, glanced inside, and felt pretty satisfied. I kept the spirit stones in a water element magic sword, and tossed the rest back to Yu Shenhe. Make a copy of that Tier 2 beast taming legacy for yourself. Also, I glanced at Flying Snow standing next to him, and my voice suddenly paused. Hee, we've got a new addition to the family now. Things are getting livelier by the day. A great victory for our sect, but Bai Kang secretly sent a voice transmission to Yu Shenhe. We need to put the search for a third wife on the schedule. A third wife? But you just met your second wife today, didn't you? Yu Shenhe looked up and met Bai Kang's gaze, his eyes filled with absolute shock. You are so insatiable with women. Aren't you afraid your 2 wives will beat you to death? Ancestor Bai is truly magnificent and unmatched in prowess. I will definitely keep this matter close to my heart. I would walk through fire and water for Ancestor Bai. I will find your third wife as soon as possible. Bai Kang nodded in satisfaction, and added one more thing. Also, have someone prepare some nourishing soup and meals, and send them over to Madame Meow. Understood, I will get right on it. Fei Shui was left standing there all alone, completely bewildered. This Lord White Tiger already has a wife? Meow. Could she be another incredibly powerful tiger demon? She remembered the scene of Bai Kang instantly slaughtering Foundation establishment cultivators, and her heart began pounding wildly. Bai Kang shot her a glance, then turned and headed back to his cave dwelling. Fei Shui hesitated for a moment, but eventually followed him in. Once inside the cave dwelling, she finally laid eyes on Bai Meow. Meow, my dear husband, you are back. Fei Shui was instantly dumbfounded. A half-demon of the cat tribe? He is so massive, how could they possibly? She nervously peeked at the giant tiger standing before her, and her cheeks involuntarily flushed beet red all the way to her ears. Bai Kang, however, paid no attention to her whatsoever. All of his focus was entirely on the weak and tired Bai Meow. You girls may leave for now. I will call for you later if we need anything. After the two female disciples withdrew, they continued whispering to each other. Lord Ancestor Bai is even more handsome than before. His fur looks so incredibly soft. I really want to pet him. After cuddling tenderly with Bai Meow for a while, Bai Kang finally remembered that Fei Shui was still standing there. You can step outside as well. Wait for my summons. Fei Shui was surprised to realize just how incredibly submissive she felt. For the next few days, she stayed in a very comfortable house arranged by Yu Shanhe, feeling like she was living in a dream. That is, until the day of their wedding. Dressed in traditional bridal red, she stood nervously before Bai Kang. From this day forward, you are Bai Kang's, wife. After the simple wedding ceremony, Bai Meow sensibly carried their baby away to the side room. Only Bai Kang and Fei Shui were left alone in the room. Take off your clothes. Take off my clothes? Before she could even finish her sentence, she felt a sudden chill on her back, and her silken sash slipped away. 1 month later, up on Spirit Origin Peak, the three of them were enjoying a lovely picnic together. The atmosphere was incredibly warm and joyful. My dear husband, let Meow perform a sword dance for you. Bai Meow held a deep blue magical sword, her graceful figure moving lightly through the air. Her sword strikes rippled beautifully like clear ocean waves. Bai Kang happily admired the performance, while opening his mouth to catch the plump amethyst grapes being hand-fed to him by Fei Shui. You have improved so much, as expected of my adorable Madam Meow. Bai Kang sighed happily to himself. Now this is what I call living. Oh, how I wish I had met Brother System sooner. After finishing her sword practice, Bai Meow pounced over, dripping with sweat, making Bai Kang's massive tiger frame shudder. Dear husband, let me join in too. Come back here. You're pregnant with our baby now. You need to take better care of yourself. Hubby. Although Fei Shui grumbled in protest, she obediently sat down anyway. Bai Kang shook his head. This little wild wolf had really let her wild side loose lately, but since she was pregnant, she needed to take it easy. There wasn't even a trace of a third wife yet. Looks like I'll have to put a bit more pressure on Yu Shanhe. Right at that moment, dozens of fireworks shot into the sky and burst, shattering the peace. Bai Kang frowned slightly, his huge tiger body suddenly standing up to look down the mountain peak. Is there trouble again? Down below, fireworks and firecrackers were going off in a bustling celebration. Bai Meow and Fei Shui came closer. Dear husband, looks like they're holding a celebration down there, Meow? Ancestor Bai, Shanhe requests an audience. Yu Shanhe approached, and upon seeing Bai Kang with a beauty in each arm, he felt a deep wave of envy. Sigh, Ancestor Bai is getting more and more wives. I just hope Ancestor Bai knows when to stop. What's all the commotion down the mountain? The nearby factions found out about your advancement, Ancestor Bai, and came specially to congratulate you. Would you be willing to make an appearance? Bringing congratulatory gifts to a tiger demon. Well, that's certainly interesting. No matter, I'll head down and hold the fort for you. Bai Kang turned back and told his two wives to just entertain themselves up on the peak. After all, he still had a bit of an image to maintain. Once the two women left, Bai Kang suddenly stared hard at Yu Shanhe. There's something off about you. Did I get more handsome, or did I get uglier? Huh? You reek of evil spirits. And a pretty nasty one at that. Recently, several mortal towns have been completely overrun. They've been turned into ghost domains. I've been running around investigating, so I probably picked up the stench from that. The various factions gathered here today are also hoping to form an alliance to investigate this matter. Sounds like they want to push the Heshan sect to lead the charge? Exactly, the 9-star sect has no desire to lead, so they want us to act in their place. Very well, then, give it everything you've got. I'll have that Foundation Realm ghost protect your life. Thank you so much, Ancestor Bai. Sniff. Ancestor Bai really does understand my struggles best. Upon arriving at the ceremony, the various factions stepped up one by one to present their gifts. Things like 1,000-spirit ginseng, blazing crystal stones, and 1,000-year blood lingzi. While precious, they were nothing special in Bai Kang's eyes. That was, until the White Bird sect stepped up. 2 silver-winged half-demons, willing to serve Ancestor Bai. Bai Kang's tiger frame gave a jolt, and his eyes instantly lit up. Looks like my reputation for loving the ladies has definitely gotten out. But man, I am not complaining. 2 young girls with silver wings on their backs were led into the room. They looked exactly alike, twins, even. The only difference was, one held her head up with a proud little pout, while the other kept hers shyly lowered. Now that is what I call a grand gift. This White Bird sect really knows how to please. Consider yourselves under my protection from now on. Bai Kang was in an incredibly good mood, his gaze even softening a bit. The surrounding cultivators, meanwhile, all had their own hidden thoughts. This tiger sure gets all the lucky breaks with women. HMPH, just a dirty beast after all. After the gift presentation wrapped up, the crowd discussed the demonic threats. The River Mountain sect naturally stepped up as the top boss to lead everyone. Once the crowd dispersed, Bai Kang looked at the 2 little birdies beside him. What are your names, little ones? I am Ji Yu Chu. And Shi Chun? Those are pretty names. Who gave them to you? Do you even know why you were brought here? Ji Yu Chu and Shi Chun. These names are quite interesting. They don't sound like something a half-demon would come up with. Looks like these 2 little ladies have a bit of a backstory. The little bird, Ji Yu Chu, looked up at me with a proud expression. We came to share our father's burdens. Oh, really? And what burdens might those be, that need my River Mountain sect to solve? Ji Yu Chu caught onto my teasing, and her face instantly burned bright red. She quickly dropped her head, completely flustered. But surprisingly, Shi Chun right beside her suddenly cried out loudly, "We beg Lord White Ancestor to protect the White Bird sect." Ha ha ha. Just 2 little girls asking me to protect an entire sect? Aren't we being a little greedy? All the color instantly drained from their faces. I dropped my smile, having already made up my mind. Tell me the details of why you need my protection. I just might consider it, for the sake of my 2 new wives. Both of their faces flushed as red as ripe apples. They sneaked a glance at each other, way too bashful to say a word. Ha ha ha, do you have any objections? Come with me up the mountain, and you can tell me all about it, nice and slow. By evening, the festive red lanterns were hung high. It was a double celebration. After the wedding wrapped up, Bai Meow Meow and Fei Shui left with giggles. Husband dear, you better be gentle tonight, Meow. I just chuckled, and turned my attention to Ji Yu Chu and Shi Chun. It turns out they were willing to marry a big bad demon like me just to keep the White Bird sect safe. I'll issue a mission within the sect and do whatever I can to help the White Bird sect. But as for tonight belongs to us. The 2 little birdies just stared at me, wide-eyed. That night, the 2 little songbirds sang a beautiful, breathless melody. Over a year later, thanks to all my tireless nighttime efforts, I've got 4 more kids now. The second is a daughter born to Fei Shui. Those blue eyes look exactly like mine and hers. Number 3 and number 4 are the twin brothers born to Ji Yu Chu and Shi Chun. Number 5 is a son born to Bai Meow Meow. Plus number 6, who's still in Fei Shui's belly. I really have to admire my own marksmanship. My little white flying spear never misses a single shot. The 5 little tiger cubs love teasing Yu Shanhe the most. They're always dangling all over him. Ouch, my 5 little white ancestors, please don't grab my beard. Yu Shanhe trudged up to the mountain peak with 5 little tigers hanging off him. As soon as the little rascals saw me, they instantly bolted. White Ancestor, just as you instructed, the White Bird sect has relocated most of the population near the foot of the mountain. Yu Shanhe looked completely weathered, not even having the time to cast a simple cleansing spell. For over a year now, the demonic chaos has only gotten worse. The Ming Kingdom is on the verge of total collapse. I know. I looked down the mountain, my tone suddenly shifting. But, what about the 5th wife I asked you to find? I still haven't seen a single hair of hers to this day. White Ancestor. The current situation is absolutely terrible. I've truly tried my best. Yu Shanhe was just about to pour out his grievances when a voice transmission talisman suddenly flew in. After reading it, his face lit up with pure joy. White Ancestor, I found you a brand new wife. Oh? What breed are we talking about this time? Faced with this surprise brought by Yu Shanhe, Bai Kang fell into a dead silence. Xiaoju Theater, you freaking just found her right this second, didn't you? Xiaoju Theater. Hee hee. They specifically asked to meet you face to face first, White Ancestor. Xiaoju Theater, and there are 3 of them. Ju Theater, they're right outside the Mountain Gates formation. They asked for me by name? Interesting. Lead the way. Bai Kang and Yu Shanhe rode the wind down the mountain. When the guarding disciples saw the ancestor appear, they were all buzzing with excitement, guessing he was coming to solve the demonic chaos. The White Ancestor must be dealing with a demonic threat. Exactly, the White Ancestor truly cares for all living beings. Idiots. A heroic young man clutching a long sword stepped forward. He was the sect's one and only genius with a top-grade spirit root, Fei Yuqing. A so-called sect guarding spirit beast is meant to guard the mountain gate for eternity. Going down the mountain in person to fight? Not a chance. Then what do you think it's for, senior brother Fei? The White Ancestor seeks nothing else. He's going down the mountain for women. Sigh. True soulmates are so rare in this world. The White Ancestor is a man of true passion. If the world weren't in such chaos, I'd scour the entire earth to find exotic women for him myself. Leaving the crowd completely dumbfounded, Fei Yuqing walked away with a cool swagger. Meanwhile, Bai Kang had already swept his divine sense over the 3 people outside the gate. Qi Condensation Realm, 0 threat, but his footsteps suddenly came to a halt. Let them in. Even though I'm incredibly strong myself, what if some sneaky bastard is camping outside to ambush me? Until I'm absolutely invincible in the Ming Kingdom, I am absolutely never stepping a single foot outside this Tier 2 Grand Formation. Now that's what you call playing it safe. The formation opened up. 3 figures dressed in flowing green and red silk skirts gracefully fluttered inside. And every single one of them had gorgeous long legs. Fluffy tails subtly hidden beneath their skirts. The 3 sisters of Qingchu, greet Ancestor Bai. We have no home left. Our people were brutally slaughtered by evil demons. We heard Ancestor Bai looks after half-demons, so we've come specifically to seek your protection. We are willing to offer ourselves to you in marriage, Ancestor Bai. We only ask that you keep our tribe safe. I never force anyone, but, to gain something, you must give something in return. We understand. Not just your bodies, but your hearts. Just those few short words made the 3 fox spirits blush bright red. Xiaoju Theater. Xiaoju Theater. Then it's settled. Move your tribe here tomorrow, and we will host the wedding. Bai Kang was in a great mood. This reputation for being a womanizer spreading around. Might not sound great, but man, is it practical. Look at this. Wives are just delivering themselves right to my doorstep. Congratulations Ancestor Bai, on taking your 5th wife, and 6th wife. And 7th wife. I'll leave finding the 8th wife to you. With that, Bai Kang casually strolled off, leaving Yu Shanhe standing completely dumbfounded in the wind. I was right. I don't think I'll ever see the end of Ancestor Bai's wife hunting journey in this lifetime. The next day, a grand wedding was held. Bai Kang went all out. Not only did he marry the newcomers, but he also gave Bai Meow, Fei Shui, Ji Yu Chu, and Shi Chun a brand new ceremony as well, making sure to spread the love equally. Marrying 3 wives at once this time. Is this the end, or just the prologue to a new beginning?